Good morning, Superboy Beyond fans. It's Tom and Chris here with another one of our patented Beyond commentaries. We are going to the 1940s again with the great Kirk Alyn. And this will be episode 9, which is
Irresistible Force.
Irresistible Force. Yes. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Let's get straight away in. You know the drill. If you got a DVD, it's probably disc 1, or if you're doing it online, do it that way. We're going to count you in with a 3, 2, 1 immovable object. All right. So, guys, get yourselves ready. This is Superman, the original serial, episode 9, Irresistible Force, in 3, 2, 1 immovable objects.
There we go. Fighting the urge to talk about the intro. It's been a long time since we've watched Kirk Alyn.
Yep.
To be honest, I can't remember the last time it was that we actually recorded one.
Yeah.
But whenever it was probably about a month before it actually went up. So it's been even longer than that. I barely even remember what happened last episode. Like, what was the cliffhanger? Do you remember?
I don't remember at all.
I guess we'll find out in a moment, but yeah, it's been a while since we've watched this.
Yep.
I still love the paintings of Superman in this intro. I wish I knew who did them. I guess that's the cliffhanger. Then they're going to blow up the train. Little bit of exposition there. Not the best flying shot I've seen in this show. He looked more like he was swimming. Why was he kicking his feet like that as he was flying?
Yeah, it's like what Stan Berkowitz said when he was on a few weeks back. They had great special effects people who could have done flying shots better.
They just didn't, I guess, for the money, I guess. But I mean, most of the time, I think the animated flying stuff works. It's something charming about it, but that shot wasn't good.
Yeah.
I don't know why they had him kicking his feet like that. Like, maybe it was rotoscoped for a guy who was underwater or something. I don't know.
Could be.
Like, that flying shot was slightly better. I mean, it didn't look live action, but at least the animation was smooth and interesting.
I will say the way he stopped the train at the beginning there looked really awful.
Yeah.
But then again, it was the 1940s.
I can't think how you would be able to shoot stopping a train like that back then. Maybe with rear projection or something, and it's just literally just Kirk Alyn against a screen that's projecting a train or something. I don't know how else you could do it. Not back then. Well, not cheaply anyway. If you had enough money, I'm sure you could literally just get a train and have it go in reverse when he pushes it.
Noel Neill looks so young here.
I think this is the first time in this series we've seen her without a hat as well.
Yeah, without that
Like,
ridiculous hat.
yeah. But I don't know how she even goes through doors with that hat on. Like, you would think it would catch on the sides of the door frame when she walks through.
Yeah, it's like that giant hat that Cameron Manheim was wearing in Scary
Scary
Movie.
Movie 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gets bigger every time you cut away. Yeah. I always forget that that was a wig, even though I know we've seen the reveal already once, I'm sure.
I think she looks a lot better as a brunette.
I agree. She looked good as a blonde, but this is her actual hair, presumably. I still think the name Spider Lady is just ridiculous, though. This is just awful. Like, they couldn't come up with a better name than that, really.
Well, she is an adaptation of a character from the radio show called the Scarlet Widow.
I mean, that's a much better name. The Scarlet Widow? That's a great
But
name for a supervillain.
yeah, but the thing about the Scarlet Widow is she was an older woman, and Carol Foreman certainly couldn't play an older woman.
I mean, they could put a streak of grey in her hair. That's basically all they seemed to do back then for old age makeup. People would have been fine.
Mm.
Give her the old Bride of Frankenstein grey streak going down one side or something. That would do it.
Ah, yes, the lovely Elsa Lanchester.
I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid. Maybe I need to watch Bride of Frankenstein again soon. I remember really loving it, like more than the first one, even. Huh. Oh, she's got that hat back on then. Didn't take long to get the hat back on, did it?
Yep. And now we're going to find out exactly why the Spider Lady took her wig off
Yeah,
and
she's going to
revealed.
impersonate Lois, I'm guessing.
Yep.
It's a great idea. Really great idea.
You know, as good as Carol Foreman is as the Spider Lady, I think she would have been a really good Lois Lane too.
Yeah. She delivered that line basically just like Noelle Neal would have, in my opinion. She's doing a good job imitating her. I think the wardrobe goes a long way, but still. Oh, shame she didn't keep up the deception a little bit longer. That would have been fun for the rest of the episode.
Mm.
They could have done, I know with this serialized show that there was a lot of filler material. Maybe they could have done a whole episode that was just a comedic episode where it's the Spider Lady pretending to be Lois.
Yeah.
You could have done like a real like farcical sort of story for one episode. Could have been fun.
And then the other part of the episode is that the scientist that they helped escape in the last episode is now impersonating the scientist that she just kidnapped.
Hmm.
And it's also that they can get a hold of the reducer ray.
I thought she like did Superman take the reducer ray in a previous episode and I've just forgotten. I could have sworn they've used it in previous episodes.
Mm. Could be.
Maybe not.
Okay, that backdrop looks so fake.
Yeah, you can tell it's a painting, can't you? Or just a photo, rather.
Yep.
I mean, they've even got shadows on it. As they walked away, you could see their shadows cast onto the bloody picture. I love it when you can see stuff like that. You see it a lot in old Hollywood films. Strange that they would actually go to the trouble of using a backdrop like that, though. You'd think that they would. I mean, they've shot so much of this on location. How difficult must that shot have been to get that they needed to do that? Maybe it was just cheaper. Actually, it probably was considerably cheaper. You can control the lighting and the weather and all that in the studio. Yeah. It's a shame they've not cleaned this up a bit more for the DVD. Every now and then I keep seeing just lines going down the middle of the frame. Like, surely it wouldn't be that difficult to fix those things, but it'd probably cost an absolute fortune. If I had the patience, I'd do it myself. It's a pretty cool science lab set. I mean, it's quite basic, but I like the equipment and machines and stuff they've got.
That's one thing that the serials always had, is that they had really great set design for science labs and layers and such.
I imagine they just had a load of these props lying around from other productions. Like, I can't imagine they build most of this stuff for this. Maybe the reducer ray itself, because it's such a specific prop, but I forget what studio actually made this. Do you remember? Because I know obviously it wasn't Warner Brothers back then.
Let's see. Easy way to find out. Now, if this was a modern Lois, she would have picked up on the fact of what's going on long before now.
Yeah. Then again, maybe not. You know, characters are only as intelligent as the writers make them. If they need the character not to notice something, they just don't.
Yeah.
Still think it's an interesting set for the Spider Lady's lair.
Yep. Columbia Pictures did the.
Columbia. Huh.
Yeah.
I imagine they had their own studio back then with like a backlot and all of that stuff. They probably had like tons of props from other things. I imagine that giant spider web was made for the series though, because I can't imagine it'd be too expensive. Just wire covered in tinsel or something, I imagine.
But it's effective, whatever they used.
Yeah, it looks cool.
All right, now she's acting like a standard Lois Lane.
Oh yeah. I think she worked it out a little while ago and she's been playing along in order to get out safely. I still would have maybe gone outside before making the phone call. I wouldn't have made it right there. Like, surely there's another phone somewhere out of earshot, you know.
Yep.
How did he just use X-ray vision on a photograph? I'm sorry, he just used X-ray vision to look through the guy's hair dye
Yeah.
in a photograph. God, that's like when you're a kid and you're trying to like look around the back of the television to see if you can see more of the set. Like, most people grow out of that shit. I love that for this machine, it's basically just a bunch of light bulbs, but because the filament or whatever you call it are strangely shaped, it does look like a science contraption.
Yeah.
Literally just a light bulb. Oh, well, that's cool. Now you can tell that was practical because there's no way they could have done an effect like that back then. Not that realistically, anyway, with camera movement and all that.
Yeah. As you know, I think nowadays we are kind of spoiled with the CGI.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand using CGI for stuff that can't be practically done, but they need to go back to practical effects.
That's why I appreciate more and more with films these days when they actually build these elaborate sets, because nowadays they just use a green screen or like the what do they call it, the big screens that Disney have for Mandalorian and all that. It's like
Mm,
rear projection, but I can't think what it's called.
yeah.
But they all seem to use those nowadays. I like actual sets; they feel more real. So there we are. That was episode 9, Irresistible Force. That was a good episode.
Yeah.
I liked the whole pretending to be someone else. The fact that they did it twice was fun. I didn't expect them to do that. I thought it was just going to be Spider Lady as Lois, and that was it. But obviously, as you pointed out, they've replaced the scientist as well. Um, some really stupid moments though in this episode, like really stupid.
Yeah, like
Like,
Lois not getting out of the building to make the phone call.
there's that. There's X-ray vision on a photograph. That just that's just not even physically possible. Like, the most that would have happened is he would have seen through the photograph to his
Yeah.
hand. Like, that's all he would have seen. Uh, the
Yeah.
flying shot where it looked like he was swimming because he was kicking his legs behind him in a really weird way. Like,
Yeah.
wow. This was still a fun episode, but my God, were there some really stupid moments.
Yeah.
Should we give this a score out of 10 quickly and then move on to episode 10, Between Two Fires? Because I
Yeah.
kind of want to see the conclusion now. Because I'll say this: it had some stupid moments this episode, but I'm excited to watch the next one. You know,
Same. Uh all right. So we've already gone over the stupid stuff. The good ideas, the 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 disguises, great.
yeah.
Um I would say maybe a 7.25 on this.
I would even just go as low as a 7. Personally, I think the stupid moments in this are by far the stupidest we've seen in this show so far. Like, I can't remember any moments up to this point that have been quite as stupid as not leaving the room before making the phone call to report the criminals, or using X-ray vision on a photo. I can't get over that.
Yeah.
That
I
It's
could
the
s-
same thing as you see in modern shows when Clark uses his like telescopic vision to zoom in on a TV screen. Like the fact that he's not just seeing pixels has always been a problem for me. Even as a kid, like you would think you zoom right in, all you would see is like the red, green, and blue or whatever, the RGB
yeah.
colors.
I could see if Clark was actually looking at the negative, from the camera.
Even that,
No.
how can you can't look at a negative and see through someone's hair dye.
Mm,
It's just it doesn't. If they doctored the photo in some way, maybe like if it was Photoshop, the early version of Photoshop, or if the picture had just been, if it was just a photograph that had been faked in some way, maybe
yeah.
I could see him doing it and working out that it's not real. It just didn't make sense in this context. It's like every one of those like CSI type shows when they want to enhance the image on screen, like in the 90s, and it's just like, yeah, enhance like 100 times, and somehow from 1 pixel on the original image you can see the guy's face clear as day. It's just
Yeah.
it doesn't work. I know this is a kids serial, but I think even as a kid I would have been like, what the fuck was that? You know? Ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes. I mean, I would go with a 7 personally, 7.25 if you want to go with that.
All right, we'll go
Oh,
with the 7.
okay. I mean, we can split the difference and go 7.1, but still, it just seems a bit. Yeah, this episode it really made me laugh at just how absurd those moments were. At least it was
Yeah.
entertaining, though. I'll give it that. It was entertaining as hell. Um, yeah, let's go with a 7. This is probably one of the weaker episodes of this show so far. Yet it was still really entertaining. So
Yeah.
I know that there are probably much weaker episodes than this coming up. Like I know that season 2 has a clip show that's probably not going to get the greatest score. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching.
Yep.
We will see you next week with episode 10 of Kirk Alyn Superman with Between Two Fires. Yeah, see you next week.